The first arrow. Palma was tossing her new bow high into the air when she discovered the first arrow in the forest. When her bow came down, it bounced off a tree trunk. It hit a log and came to the rest of the base boulder. She was digging the bow out from the heavy undergrowth when she noticed the arrow. It was carved into the lower part of the massive rock. Paloma grabbed her bow and raced home. Her grandfather was resting on the porch swing. His eyes were closed. And for a moment she wondered if she could quit with the news. "You've discovered something," he said softly, when she was settled beside him. "I can tell by the way you're forgetting." "I found an arrow, Papa," Paloma said. "And where is this arrow that you excited you so much?" her grandfather asked. Paloma told her grandfather about the bouncing ball, the boulder, and strange arrow carved into the rock. "Do you think the arrow is like a gift, like the one in my code books?" Paloma asked. "Maybe it's a Mayan hieroglyphic. The Mayans use tiny pictures instead of words and letters. Maybe they carved that arrow," Paloma guessed. Papa pulled himself out of the swing and smiled down at his granddaughter. "That's an interesting idea," he said. "But I doubt the Mayans were carving rocks around here. The Mayans live farther south, in Mexico and Central America. However, your arrow might be a part of a code of some kind." "Come on," her grandfather said. "I think we should visit this mysterious arrow." Paloma's father knew a lot about codes. In fact, he had won a medal for this code work during World War II. Papa and other code talkers had helped the United States and allies win the war by sending secret messages. Paloma loved to hear the story of the code talkers, even though she had heard many times before. She especially liked to hear about the Mississippi Choctaw code talkers like her grandfather. As they made their way towards the border, Baba told Paloma how the code talker sent messages that only other code talkers could interact. Questions were spoke into walkie-talkie radios. He explained there was a code talker on each end and we should only use the Choctaw words that no one else could understand. Someone would give me the message that I had to pass on. I would speak the words in Choctaw. If the enemy was listening in the radio, they shouldn't be able to understand what we were saying. When Palma and her grandfather arrived at the border, they knelt and Palma pointed the roughly carved arrow. "What do you think it means?" she asked. Papa ran his finger back and forth over the carving. "I'm not sure," he said. "It's a very old carving, but it's hard to determine its age. It takes a lot of time and effort to figure out how old something like this is." Paloma stared at the arrow for a long time. The arrow pointed to another boulder nearby. Paloma and Papa examined the boulder. The arrow was pointing toward a fourth second arrow. Almost immediately, the second arrow pointed in the same direction as the first, so they followed that one too. It led to another boulder and another arrow, which led to yet another, and then another arrow. There were 6 arrows in all. They continued on, and the arrows led them straight toward a stream. "You want to cross the stream?" Paloma asked. "Yeah, let's cross. It looks gross if we tiptoe from stone to stone. Maybe we'll find another arrow on the other side. Hold my hand tight. We'll cross together." And thus they crossed the stream, holding hands, staring carefully. When they reached the other side, they almost crashed into the next boulder. It was hidden in a grove of old pine trees. "I found something!" Paloma shouted as she leaned closer to the boulder and scratched some moss with her fingers. "It's not an arrow at all. Bunch of letters, a curve in the bottom and the curve in the bottom of the boulder. I wonder if we can make them out." "I'm afraid you have to read them to me." Papa stood up slowly and dropped his knees. "My eyes are too old to make out those tiny letters. I'm afraid my knees are too good either." Paloma leaned closer to the boulder and studied the letters. "They don't make any sense," she said. "I'll read them to you, but I don't think they mean anything." Paloma read each letter out loud, very slowly. "What do you think the letters mean?" Paloma asked. "I'm not certain," Papa said, "but I think it's a cipher." Paloma knew what a cipher was. It was a code that substituted letters or numbers for real letters in a message. Then she knew ciphers were used in wars to keep the enemy from learning about the battle plans, and they had to crack the code. "Did you use a cipher in the war?" Paloma asked. "I saw them in the World War II. Ciphers that substitute letters for other letters have been used since the Julius Caesar, more than 2,000 years ago," said Papa, cracking the code. "I wonder if these letters were used in a war," Paloma asked. Papa had to think about that. He paced for a very long time and then stopped behind his granddaughter and cleared his throat. "I remember something," he said. "As you know, the Great War took place right around here." "The Civil War, right, Papa?" Paloma said. "Yes, about 150 years ago. The Civil War was fought to free the enslaved people in the United States. I can recall reading that the soldiers had spies in the North as used a special code." "Do you remember what the code was, Papa?" "Read the letters again, and maybe that will help me." Paloma read the letters slowly. GPMMPX UIFESGOLGOH HPVSE. She was about to ask her grandfather what the letter meant when she noticed something. In the cipher, she had seen the codes. She had used ciphers before. Most sentences contain at least one small common word, and this was no different. "I think I see some interesting letters," she said. Let's say the letters form word. One of the words has 3 letters. Let's guess that is a common word." "Like and," suggested Papa. Paloma and Papa were quiet for several minutes as they thought about 3 letters. "I don't think it's N," Papa said. "The letters don't make sense. Maybe the UIF stand in the subway. Loma said. Papa smiled. What letter comes before U in the alphabet? He said. T, Paloma said. And the letter H comes before I. And the letter E comes before A. This is the substitute letter cipher, Papa. Yes, I remember now. During the Civil War, some northern spies were called the advanced cipher. They advanced each letter one letter of the alphabet. The drinking gourd. Once they cracked the code, it was not difficult to read the message. I know what it says, Papa. It says follow the drinking gourd, but I don't know what message it means. Do you know what it means? The drinking gourd is the group of 7 stars, now called the Big Dipper, which can always be in the northern sky, escaping enslaved people. Follow the drinking gourd from safe to safe house until they reach their freedom.